Good morning, everyone. Actually, afternoon now. Oh, my word.
It's been a long morning now. It was a long morning.
Yes. Yeah. I was so proud of myself. I even shoveled my driveway before I left work this morning. That's about how long I've been up.
Holy cow.
I was like, do it now, and then once you get home, you can relax.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can go nap and enjoy the nice little warm day inside with Cooper.
Exactly. And I hope you guys get to do the same once you get home from work, or maybe you're having a snow day right now. But we're doing another quick little chat here just to see what roads look like and things like that. Give you a little preview of what your ride home will look like and all of that good stuff. So it's 5 minutes after the top of the noon hour here. And of course, it is Monday, March 16th. Yes. What a storm.
What a storm it was. Looks like my mic isn't on, so I might see if we can fix that. That's the beauty of the stream.
I was going to say, I can share.
You can share.
We can do,
muted. I don't know why it's
like the
acting up.
TikTokers do when they, do this.
Oh, yeah, like how they do that? Why is it muted? We're going to turn this off. You can keep talking for a second.
There it goes.
Oh, there it goes. That's so weird. It just randomly, it wasn't even switched to mute, but there we go. So sorry about that, folks. But yeah, what a snowfall total we got.
Should we take a look at the numbers?
Yeah, we can pull those up.
This is very impressive.
It is.
Very, very impressive. So I think if we look at the top number, in our region, you'd have to go with, it looks like Charlotte.
Charlotte, yep.
I think that's the deciding factor there of, 8 inches?
8 inches in Charlotte.
Wow.
We got 6 in Kewanee. We got a report there. We got one out of Sterling Rock Falls right around that 6-inch mark here as well.
Yeah.
So impressive snowfall totals. That is for sure.
Thanks
Metro.
to Michelle for picking that total up, by the way.
Yes, thank you. And wow, yeah, Metro, we got 7, almost 8 in Davenport.
Yeah, 7 to 7.5, almost 8 inches.
Holy cowza.
It's a lot.
It is.
Now, didn't break any records.
No.
We've certainly seen more than this during the month of March before. But still, given the fact, like I told Peter, we have had the 2 biggest snow systems outside of meteorological winter.
Of course we did. If just got to throw this out there, if these timed up in winter, I think I would have been pretty much right on top of the number. It's at, I think, 28.6. Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
We're going to clarify those rules next year.
I think there's going to be some changes that need to be made.
Some fine print that's going to be put on that contest.
Yes, there is.
But yeah, this has been very impressive. The roads this morning were terrible. Mm-hmm. I think we're starting to see some improvement now, though, now that we're cutting down on the falling snowfall. In fact, I think on radar there wasn't much left, was there, when you were doing the 11?
No.
Okay.
We can pull up the live radar here.
Go ahead.
Yes. This is high-resolution radar, which is going to be much clearer than the regional radar at this point. And, maybe Mirco, just a little bit of activity there. Maybe. I mean,
yeah, just a little.
If it's going to come down, if we can get that full screen, we can show you guys. But if not, it's maybe Mirco just flurries. That's really it.
Not bad.
No, and this low's starting to clear out from the area. The low's currently situated over northern Michigan right now. So then once that clears, that's going to help that kind of pressure gradient and those winds clear here as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Because right now, we have kind of a high set up further off to our west over here. And then off that high, we're getting that tight pressure gradient between the two. So you have your winds kind of funneling in here and your winds funneling in here. And that's what's kind of causing all those strong winds we're seeing.
You get this squeeze. This really big change in pressure between the two systems. Mm-hmm. And just like what we saw last week, we're funneled right between the two.
Yep.
Now, thankfully, this time, the strongest wind speed, I think, was 60 miles an hour out in Fairfield. So not really in the immediate Quad Cities. I was looking at the list. I think 49 is all we did.
I think maybe one just above 50.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2. But yeah, luckily because of the track of this low and it's slowing down, we didn't have to deal with that 55 to 60 plus mile per hour gust. That was a potential. But then that low slowed down late last night and caused more snow, but not as strong of winds.
Yeah, and you could tell by the power outages this morning. We had, I think, at most 21.
I think that's it.
Compared to hundreds that we had with the last wind event. So a big improvement there.
Big improvement there, yeah. I know most of the winds, yesterday, Central, I was seeing 60 mile per hour gusts.
Yeah.
So insane gusts.
What a storm system. This will be one in the history books for sure. Again, it didn't break any records, but in terms of impacts, I think this is a storm that many of us are not going to forget anytime soon.
No, and we can take a look at those road conditions. That's kind of was the primary impact that we were looking at here. And we'll wait for this graphic to pull up. It has a lot of data in it. It's got all the roads for both Illinois and Iowa. There it is. Still 100% covered throughout most all of our hometowns, except it looks like Mount Pleasant and Burlington. Starting to get a little bit of clearing there.
That's some good news.
That's good news.
And that's kind of where it started this morning, whereas we were starting to ease road conditions in southeast Iowa. And now it looks like that's making its way further north. In fact, according to this map, 80 is back open west of Iowa City.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's big. You can pull up actually our 80 cameras after this, too. But, yeah, we're still 100% covered. And I think it's going to probably stay that way through about the next 3-4 hours throughout most of our hometowns, and then we'll start to get relief by the evening commute.
Yeah, I agree. Now that, and it really helps that the snow has stopped.
Yes.
That allows road crews to really get out there, start cleaning things up. Residential streets are going to take some time, and you're going to have to exercise some patience there. Because, of course, the main concern is you want to get those main routes done so that fire and emergency crews can really get where they need to go. So patience, of course, appreciated with your side streets. And, you know, if you're shoveling, it's probably going to be frustrating because you'll shovel your driveway out. The plow will come through
and right back
block the end up. There's one thing you can do, and you can, if you want to shovel your driveway up a little bit more on one side, depending on what side of the street you're on. That usually helps sometimes.
Really?
With that blade that has to come through. It doesn't always work, but yeah, there's one particular side of the driveway. If you're facing, say, the road, it's your left-hand side of your driveway. Shovel that back a little bit further.
Interesting.
So the snow has somewhere to go other than trailing over your driveway.
Interesting.
I don't have the patience for that, so I don't do it.
No.
I just go out there and unbury it again, but
Yeah.
it's something you can try.
And I will say, good news is this will melt very quickly here as well. Quick look at I-80. We also got to get Andrew home. My goodness. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
let's see what's going on. Oh, that's okay. I practically live here.
I think with the weather pattern lately, the weather team has been very active here at the station. But I-80 is looking a lot clearer.
That looks so much better than this morning.
Right?
Both lanes open.
Yep.
We only had one most of the morning, if that.
Yeah.
Great news.
Look at that West Branch camera. That semi is moving.
Looks like they're going normal speed now.
They look pretty darn comfortable out there.
Okay. All right. That's good.
I mean, they are professionals. They do it for a living. But if they're able to drive like that, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's some good relief.
That looks so much better.
So much better. Now we have something else fun to talk about that's really going to make people excited. Well, first of all, it's going to be cold overnight. We're looking at an overnight low right around 6 degrees.
Burr.
That's not fun.
No. And actually, James might have just put in the
forecast.
forecast. He's going even colder.
Oh, no.
You know, the record, by the way, is 0 degrees set back in 1903.
Oh, really?
So it's like...
We're inching near it.
It's getting close.
Some of our hometowns, maybe further to the north, too, where we have a little bit more clearing and maybe some more snow.
Oh, yeah. Look out.
Yuck. Tomorrow, 26, and then comes, look in that top left corner there. There's a little something up there. That's more snow. And that's another weather impact
Another
alert.
weather impact alert, yes.
For more snow as we get early late Tuesday into your Wednesday morning. Accumulating snow, not going to be as significant, though. No. That's something we really want to emphasize here, right? This isn't looking like Monday.
Not a repeat of today. No. Lighter winds, and wind speeds, I just looked 10 to 15 miles an hour as the snow is coming through.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, not a repeat of today.
No.
Not as heavy. Of course, there'll be some visibility issues where you get under the steadier snow, but yeah, this will not be a repeat performance, thank goodness.
No, and we can put future track into motion here. I like this blue because it gives you a picture of where we could be seeing those heavier bands.
Yes.
I like this, like when we're talking about this slower future track, I really like to see that light blue pop up here, or well, not that we like to see it, but it helps you visualize where maybe we could get a pocket of maybe some more moderate to heavy snowfall just for a brief second. But look at the time frame here. This is 9 p.m. We'll go back. Look how quickly it moves. By the time we reach right around 11, a lot of it's already clearing from the area. This is a clipper system, so it's going to be quick moving.
Oh, yes.
Which means those lighter totals here as well.
Doesn't have as much time to hang around, sit around.
No.
Is what we're getting here. There's a nice little back end band there.
That's the one.
in.
Yeah, that's going to kind of more impact the Quad Cities. But look at the timing. That's the good news with this. Kind of like last night, not that, again, we want to see any of this, but the timing is working in our favor where it's not during a major commute. The impacts will linger into the commutes, but it's not that active snow going down during the commute, which is good news. Because by the time we reach right around 3, this is still not the new run yet. That'll come in very shortly, but still, by the time we reach right around 3, it's all
That's some good news.
Good news. And totals, not too bad.
See if there's any change with this. Still, yep, still kind of north of I-80.
Nope. And what we can do here, we can do something really quick. We can pull this up. We can go to the end, and then we can see what the HER is going to show.
Yeah, a couple different solutions. Just see
Yes.
if we have any agreement.
Oh, hello,
big
James.
disagreement.
I think James just tried to get
Oh,
in
did James just log in?
He logged in. Let's see what the HER. It might. We'll see how far it goes. It should go through Wednesday morning at this point. It might take a second.
Yeah, it might take a minute to load it in.
This
is the first time.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, and similar consistency. And where you're seeing that 3 to 6, quote unquote, yard mark, that's like 3.
Yeah.
I know it has that range, but once you see that little pocket, that's pretty much 3 inches. And that's very consistent between both models here already.
It's nice to see that agreement.
Agreement
of
is
kind of
good.
that same area, just
Yeah.
north of I-80 there.
So that's kind of what we're looking at again, 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Further to the north, 1 to 2, pretty much metro. That's what we're looking at. Not too bad. So we can get the 8-day up for you guys. I kind of wrap this up with a bow because this is the best part. This is like a present.
Oh my gosh. And at the end of the week.
At the end of the week.
On a Friday.
Oh,
Woohoo.
oh, wowza. We're looking at highs back into the 60s. This is a sneak peek, I think, at James's forecast maybe coming in.
I bet this is, yes, because now it's got those new numbers in there.
A little bit different, but
Yep.
that 68's holding for Friday.
I love it.
Fantastic.
Don't go washing your car
not.
anytime soon, because as soon as this snow melts, there's going to be puddles everywhere.
Oh, it's going to be a mess.
Everywhere, yeah.
It's going to be a mess. Good news is, though, this will help with our drought a lot. So, I mean, if you're going by the basic snow ratio, which, again, is just your generic snow ratio of 10 to 1, this is 0.7 inches of rainfall that's going to get absorbed to the ground because we don't
Almost
have a
an
frost.
inch.
Yeah.
Almost an inch, which is impressive.
Great.
Very impressive.
So this is good on top of the rain we saw yesterday and on
Yeah.
top of the thunderstorms from last week. So our drought's probably going to be looking great as we get towards the end of the week. The new outlook's on Thursday.
Yep.
Yep.
So probably, I would say maybe a week from now, this week, maybe 2 weeks,
Yep.
we'll get
Oh,
that
that's true, 'cause it takes a
figured.
week, yep.
Yeah, I always forget that.
I always forget that too. So in 2 weeks.
But some good news coming our way regardless.
Yes.
This is going to be awesome.
This is going to be great. We can get into some questions real quick. Good afternoon, Tracy. You're not going to leave. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to leave the house today.
No.
And it feels cold. It feels like 0 degrees outside. Tyler had just under 8 inches in Davenport. Thank you, Tyler. One of our favorite little Davenport weather watchers there. Gives us some good
Yeah,
reports.
That's right.
Tracy's wondering about Monmouth. We are looking for Monmouth reports.
We are. I didn't have
Any of our Monmouth friends,
hardly anything.
let us know.
Galesburg, too. Really need Galesburg.
Yes, we do.
Haven't gotten anything out of Knox County.
Yes, so those
Nothing.
2 counties we would love to see. I mean, we have radar indicated, but radar indicated with snow's a mess.
Yeah, it's not very helpful.
You can't trust it too much. So we need your reports. Galesburg, Knox County, Warren County. We'd love to see them. Send our way. Still snowing in Monmouth. Okay, so that's that little blip we were talking about. Some light flurries coming down.
Yep. Match as well.
What time will the wind calm down around Oneida?
It's going to take some time for the wind to relax. We will still see some gusty winds through this evening and even for the first part of the overnight hour. But I think as we get closer to sunrise tomorrow, you'll really notice a significant drop off. So that's why we're saying if you live in the open country, the rural roads, you're
Still have an impact.
still going to have a little bit of an impact. There was some blowing and drifting, but I wouldn't expect full-on whiteout conditions like this morning.
No, I think wind gusts will taper off to right around 35 to 40 as we continue through the rest of the day, which is a lot more relief compared to what it was this morning.
What it was this morning, yep.
So that's some good news. And yeah, just windy in Galesburg from Doug. So it looks like that's all we got.
It's very
Quick
cool.
questions. And
Yeah.
thanks to everyone for stopping by.
We appreciate your reports because,
Yes.
again, there's nothing automated about it. So if you can get outside with a ruler, tape measure, do a couple good 5 measurements, send us the average, we would really appreciate that.
Yes, please do.
Yeah. All right. We're going to let you get on with your Monday afternoon. Again, we appreciate you tuning in for the extended coverage on the 8+ app. Send those reports our way,
Please.
and we'll focus our attention on tracking the cold tomorrow and then more snow on Wednesday.
Yay!
Hooray. But 68 on Friday.
That's the winner.
right.
Okay, yeah, just bear with us.
Yeah.
We bring good news after the bad news.
We do. It's not all bad news around
No.
here. All right. You guys enjoy, and we'll catch you later.